Yeah, Claudio Mir from Rutgers Collaborative Center for Community Engagement.
Nice.
Claire?
Hi, Claire D'Amato. I'm Assistant Curator of Education at the Zimmerle Art Museum at Rutgers.
Leona? Oh, got the mute button.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Leona Michelle, artistic producer at George Street Playhouse.
Bob?
Bob Belvin, Public Library in New Brunswick, and freezing to death today, but that's a different story.
Yeah.
Jennifer?
Jennifer Sevilla. Initially, I was doing using photography as a way to talk about mental health with young people.
Cassandra?
Hi, I'm Cassandra Oliveras Moreno. I'm an administrator for communications and collaboration in the Department of Art and Design at Mason Gross at Rutgers. And I'm a member of the Community Arts Council.
Tracy?
Hello, I'm Tracy Reggio Clark from the New Brunswick Cultural Center and the Arts Institute of Middlesex County.
Victoria?
Hi, I'm Victoria Masteller, and I'm the producing associate at Collab Arts.
Mike?
Hi, I'm Michael Tublin, New Brunswick Jazz Project, City of New Brunswick, and Rick St. Pierre's former water boy.
Wow. 'Tis the season.
All right. Rick and Susan, you wanna go and
I'm Rick St. Pierre. I've been part of the Somerville community for 30 years. In respect to this group, and it's an honor to be a part of so many people here that are touching the arts through Central Jersey. I am part of what we call Somerville Arts New Jersey, formerly Arts on Division.
great.
That's good.
Yes.
I'm cold. I'm cold too, Bob. I'm outside. I'm outside in the cold weather, Bob. I'm cold too.
Susan?
Hi, I'm Susan Anton. I'm the chairperson for Somerville Arts. And thank you for inviting me.
Yes, thank you for being here. So we have been chatting with other arts councils, arts communities about how you do things, how you fund things, what do you do, what are your different projects, and just kind of, and also giving us a chance to connect with the other arts councils and around the state and around the central area. I know we work on multiple projects that we make connections and work in multi-layer things. So there's also that. So we want to hear all about what you do. But it's also an excuse to get to know you better. So thank you so much. So I don't know which one of you wants to start. And
I tell you, Kelly, you might have to go through that the way of just saying, why don't you talk about Mason? Mason Gross, let's go, or let's go Somerville, or let's go disabilities for through music, because you're going to have to lead us, I think, a little bit. It's going to be we're going to be all over the place here. We need help. We need help. Lead us.
Okay. Well, okay. So I will for example, we are a commission of the city, and so we don't. We have a fiscal agent who we do have some money, and we have a fiscal agent, but we don't get money from anything, right? We don't get it from the city. We don't, and we have received grants in conjunction with our fiscal agent. So we, as an arts council, have been chatting how other arts councils do it, and see what we can get, what ideas, what makes the most sense for us here in New Brunswick, going forward. Like there's things that we can do to, so I guess so let's start there.
Yeah. Well, can I ask you, Kelly, and this is maybe with Rutgers too, from the gentleman from Mason Gross in general, what are the public-private relationships that you have? Because I think that's the strength of all arts organizations currently in terms of granting, your relationship with the DevCo, your relationship with Rutgers, your relationships that allow you to have granting opportunities in terms of the difficulty that I think we all have is the matching grant scenario. You have to have 20 to get 20. You have to have 100 to get 100. So from Somerville's perspective, from the Somerville Arts perspective, we are more advisory in our roles currently with events that feed our organization in terms of insurances and basic things like a mural program in relationship to the borough, or a jazz program or cultural programs in relationship. But I'd like to know, as an organization, how are you, from a Middlesex County point of view, working with your other agents there, DevCo, Rutgers, Mason Gross, other?
Yeah, so I would, I can speak to, we actually have a New Brunswick Cultural Center that is our Tracy, do you want to speak to that on, and specifically I'm thinking of, when we do our Windows of Understanding project and,
So, at New Brunswick Cultural Center, we actually are funded heavily by the county, and we do work closely with Rutgers as well as DevCo. And the county provides, or we get funding from there for different programs as Windows of Understanding, or our START program, or if we had a summer series, the Hub City Sounds, the festivals, is also funded through that. And then a lot of us on the arts side are funded through Johnson & Johnson or Robert Wood Johnson Foundation. And also we all have relationships with banks here too. We have Ocean First, we have Bank of America, we have Millennium. So that's how we raise funds.
and Cassandra, do you want to add anything from the Mason Gross side?
Sure. I think there's a really healthy relationship between Mason Gross not only and the county, not only through Windows of Understanding, but also, for example, a partnership that engages local public school districts. We do intensive kind of pre-professional training for high school students, for example, who may not have access to that type of advanced study in the arts with music and visual art that we receive grant funding from the county to do with high school students. We rolled out like an 8-week intensive program with them. So that's like another example of ways that that we're partnering with the arts and cultivating a kind of the next generation of artists too.
But I think one thing is that the Community Arts Council, which is the city entity, the mayor intentionally appoints people who are connected to different, I hate this term, players. So there's somebody from the state theater, there's somebody from Mason Gross, there's somebody from Zimmerly, there's somebody from the public library. So we are all representing our own organization as well as cooperating together.
So to add to that, also what Dr. Belvin was saying, like we're all from different entities, but when we come to the Arts Council, we're representing the city, uplifting the arts in the city, the arts, history, and the culture collectively, and not necessarily coming with an ego. You know what I mean? When you have other meetings that you represent, but all of a sudden you're like, what do I get out? What do I get out of it for me? We're not like that.
Right.
with the people that work together very nicely and collectively. If that makes sense.
Yeah, and I'd just like to add to that. I think, yeah, exactly. I think that's what kind of how we're able to do anything that we're able to do is because we work collaboratively and we work with different partners, and we're open to working with other partners, right? So I think that's a good point of, how we're able to still do what we need to do, but yeah. So can I just ask, I don't know if maybe if Susan, if you want to talk about some of the big projects that you have that.
Sure. We have, first of all, I have to tell you, it's amazing to us, I think. We've been going this is our 17th year, which on very, very little resources. The fact that we're still going and have accomplished a lot of projects is pretty amazing to us. We have had fall festivals every year, arts festivals. We've done public murals, sculptures, art markets, just all kinds of exhibits in storefronts. Now, Somerville has grown very quickly, and it's very different than when we just started. And that has a lot to do with our organization. It affects us a lot. When we started, there was no art. There was nothing going on. It's quite a different town now than it was when we started 17 years ago. We didn't even have, an art market or anything. Is what we have as far as funding. Can't give you a list of places we're being funded by because we're not really funded. What happens is we have gotten a few donations here and there. And we got a wonderful grant for a sidewalk mural that we had 2 years ago. But the majority are from art markets. The income we have, which just kind of covers what we're doing, basically comes from our art markets, which isn't a lot.
So can you tell me about the arts markets? Are they
The
running
artisan
continuously?
markets, simple art markets where we have artists maybe. Well, we have one coming up, our holiday art market, which is a big one, in December 7th. That's coming up at Burr, which is a very festive time. So it's always, we get a lot of people. The artists pay a fee. We market them, and then they give them a nice place to sell their work. But that's about it. It's not a big income.
Right.
It's just, and we have about 14 artists.
And how many 14 artists, and how many times a year do you do a
Well,
market?
the holiday market in December. We did one in June, kind of art with brunch. We have been doing them at different times of the year. Right now, and this year we just have those two.
Okay.
Just happen to have those two. I think we're kind of in a different situation, maybe, than a lot of other arts organizations. As Rick mentioned, we're more of an advisory kind of council, and support other things that are going on in the town, other arts events. We don't have a place. We don't have a building for our art, like an art center. So we're kind of a mobile center.
Right.
So it's, I don't know if that helps you in terms of funding.
No, I mean, honestly, the little money that we have gotten through the years has been from art markets. So,
Really?
yeah. So it's in line with what we've
Interesting.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now do you have just visual arts, or are you also?
So we support,
music?
yeah. It's heavy on visual arts, of course, but we support all the arts. I mean, it's kind of hard not to when you have this many different
Right.
folks and from all
Yeah.
different arts organizations. It's so we saw to help support all kinds of arts organizations, but we're pretty similar in the sense that we're advisory. We approve murals for the city, right? We the murals for the city go through us before they get approved, right? Or finalized. But yeah, we're advisor, we advise as well, but we support, really. That's a big part of it.
Right.
I think we all just would like to support more if we could,
Yes,
you know?
yes.
And I think that's where it's coming in, is that while we can support our time and efforts, you know, financially sometimes would be great as well.
Mm.
Okay, can I ask you, Kelly, on behalf of like Susan and Somerville in general, what is the political climate in Middlesex in terms of, for instance, Somerset County has a Cultural and Heritage Commission that was focused for so long on the historical aspects of Somerset County and not the cultural art aspects. So do you have that same kind of hurdle in Middlesex County that we have in Somerset County? It's no fault of a commissioner. It's just the way those particular um, departments were set up. What, do you have that problem there in Middlesex County?
Not, you mean not really that much support for Middlesex County? Is that you're saying?
No, I mean the separate. We don't have a proper separation for arts as a budget for the county. We have what they call, again, the cultural, historical cultural. So it's more focused on the history of Somerset County and less on the arts. What commission does
Yeah.
Middlesex County have?
Tracy, you want to?
Well, we have, and Dr. Baldwin can speak to this as well. We have the Arts Institute of Middlesex County, which was formerly the Middlesex County Cultural and Heritage Commission.
There you go. There you go.
But
Those are those evil words I don't want to hear when it comes to the arts, anyway.
But to the Arts Institute's credit and the former Cultural and Heritage Commission, it highlights and uplifts and supports arts, culture, and history on an even level. So anything arts, history, and culture is supported through the county. And we also have the Middlesex County Cultural and Arts Trust Fund that supports over 103 grantees, including many of people who are on this Arts Council here.
Wonderful.
Does that answer? Dr. Baldwin, you want to add any historic to that?
No, I mean, that's a good summary. There's probably a tension within the county between the arts and the history, but that tension doesn't necessarily show outside. The history side there's a fair amount of money coming out, but they've also funded some interesting crossover performing things that have a history and a arts background.
Well, that's good. It seems like you're funded pretty well there.
I mean, the county and everyone here, I mean, the arts is a driver and for like economic development here, and the county really, really supports that. So there's certain pillars like economic development, but it's right, the arts is aligned right there, arts, culture, and history, which is pretty relevant and pretty special. Our county is a little different than the counties across the state. You don't have many counties that have the Cultural and Arts Trust Fund, so we're very grateful for it.
I was going to say, I'd love for someone else to jump in. Anybody want to jump in with some questions for Rick and Susan?
Well, okay. Let's say a very nice woman came in and said, look, I have $20,000 I don't really need. What would you do with it?
You mean after we were done the board was done fighting over what everybody wants to do with it? It's a really good question. Personally, I am always looking for a place for us. I think that we need some kind of center, some kind of place so people think of the arts in Somerville as stronger, in a stronger way with more presence. I think we want more presence, and that's what I would put that towards, that 20,000.
I do have to say though, Somerville is hopping,
Yeah.
especially during the summertime, and it's aesthetically beautiful,
Yeah.
you know? So thank you for that.
Rick, do you have anything to add to that question? Or is he there? As I said, we would probably get varying answers, but
Right.
we,
Right.
it is one of the main things that I think we need is more of a physical presence.
Yeah. I mean, we don't have a physical presence either. And there is, there's a lot of folks that still don't know that we do exist, right? So like, yeah, I feel like people know you exist more than we exist,
Really?
but yeah, I think so.
It seems like we're always telling people, no,
Right.
our name is, no, this, we did that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But maybe more now because the town has changed so much.
True. Yeah. No, it's great. All right. Well, I don't think I have any more questions. Anybody?
Well, I'll throw out one more. What group or segment of the community do you feel is not being served at all and should be?
Oh, another good question, because it always has been our goal to cover the whole demographic, all ages, all groups, everybody. I think that the younger group is not being served as well. The older groups, older people seem to have a little more money, so they can buy some of the artwork. They can make a donation. Younger ones may not. But yeah, it seems like we are always, it seems to be an age thing. We're always looking towards what can we do to get more younger people involved. I think that's challenging.
Right.
For our situation, it is.
Right. Okay.
I
Anybody
have
else?
a question. I have a question, and this may be in the past, Windows of Understanding has been extending through other municipalities. What Somerville, and the way that it works is it's really run through each town's art councils or commissions. Would Somerville, I guess to an extent, would you guys be interested in starting a conversation to perhaps bringing Windows of Understanding, and the way that other municipalities have done, that they have had conversations even at times with commissioners from their counties and have gathered funding for it.
So just to connect more with these other areas.
Yeah, so Windows Understanding is kind of multi-town program, and we should definitely send you information on it.
I'd like to see
But
it.
I think where Jennifer's coming from is we were talking about the youth, and we actually, that's a big part of on the Windows Understanding Fund, which came out of the Arts Council and is part, one of the big projects that we have every year. Runs about January to March, but we've been planning it already for months, but it does involve youth in terms of engagement with them actually creating the art, but also engaging in various programs and with other, whether it be first responders and or local businesses, and so there's a lot, and that's probably a whole separate meeting. But we will definitely send you information on that, because I think it's something that Somerville would be really nice.
It does.
you know, I know that things take time. So if we send it to you now, maybe we can get you on board for next, you know, the 2027 year. And
It does sound, I mean, from what I've heard today, it does sound.
yeah,
like
I think
what
you would
we
be
could do.
interested in
Yeah,
it.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cool. All right. Well, this was nice.
Good.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you, Susan. Thank you, Rick. Rick, if you're still
Very
there
welcome.
somewhere.
He's wandering around somewhere.
I think we can all relate. It's like the to-do list never goes away. But thank you so much for being with us, and we'll be sure to, you know, get some information over to you both on Windows of Understanding.
Great.
And you have my information. And honestly, if there's anything, do you want to partner on, or you know, or just, I don't know, we're here. We're here.
Thank you.
Awesome. Okay.
All
Well,
right.
thank you so much, and we're gonna continue on with our updates
Sure.
with everything. So, Rick, did you want to say anything before? Oh, you're back on mute.
You're on mute before. We can't hear you, Rick.
Can you hear me now?
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah, people are asking me for parties and things like that to run, but it's wonderful to be with you all because you get to see the strength of what Middlesex County is doing and the opportunities for other art organizations to kind of work with what you have, but also to grow through some understanding. What I hear most from everyone from your side is the beautiful part of collaboration. So
Yeah.
you know, as things grow, so grows the collaboration. And I just appreciate that you, Kelly, and Mike got us involved in this conversation because it allow us to have more strategic partners, and that's what growing arts is all about in New Jersey. So I appreciate that.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
Agreed. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you both for being with us, and we'll be in touch.
Look forward to it. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Take
Bye.
care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Trying to get off. Trying to get out. See you, Cal. Bye.
See ya.
Mhm.
All
Mike,
right.
how long have you known Rick? He sounds just like you. It's like
I
you're
think
talking
we've
to me.
probably been friends 50 years or so.
Wow.
Oh, just 50 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's funny. Yeah, he does. Is he like the you in Somerville?
Well, that's where you
Well,
started
you know,
your jazz
we grew
festival,
up
right?
together in Franklin.
Okay. Well,
Oh.
that's cool. That's awesome. Awesome. So I didn't have anything on the agenda in terms of, I didn't know how long we were going to take, so I didn't put anything on an agenda. But I think now's the time to just do a little catch up on whatever's happening. Mike, do you want to talk about tomorrow's event?
I will talk about it just briefly because I've literally just got back. So from a sister city's student exchange, but we are unveiling Martrice's Roach is mural in Pittman Park tomorrow at 1 o'clock. There's a partnership with the city and the Civic League and tribute to Roy Epps. So there's quite a few of Roy Epps's sort of statements on the wall, and it will be probably a short ceremony, maybe, you know, half hour or so. Everyone is welcome. You know, hopefully it's not freezing like today. And we're looking forward to the next one.
Can you repeat the date?
Tomorrow.
Thanks.
Tomorrow is the 12th at 1 p.m. and it's on the Handy Street side. So I think like 101 Handy, it's basically, Pittman Park is connected to Feaster Park. It's a little pocket park.
Cool. Tracy, I know you have to go. Do you have anything you want to say before you go?
I know you'll talk about Windows of Understanding. I did want to give like a real big shout out, thank you to Leona. Her students are going to be performing at the tree lighting, so, and she'll explain that too. But have everyone else have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all soon, okay?
Great. Thank you,
Take
Tracy.
care. Bye.
Thank you, Tracy.
Haley, I
Yeah.
have something. Um, hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I'm driving. The Arts Council of West Windsor and their Art Against Racism has a contest. It's like, I think it's called No Fear. I can send you the flyer in case anyone in your circles is interested in applying or sending a piece. I think the deadline is December 9th.
Okay, yeah, please send everyone, yeah.
Oh, it's a pretty cool scene. I sent something last year and it was a great experience. So I'll send it to you, to the stream, or to the network. Fine. Thank you.
Sounds good. Great. And Leona, do you want to talk about since Tracy introed it, do you want to continue to talk about it or just?
Sure. So this is the tree lighting that we love so much. It's going to be on December 4th, and we're excited that our youth students, we have a lot of them. We got about 15, about 18 in class. So half of the class, I believe, will be able to participate in this festive occasion for the tree lighting. And they're going to sing like 3 numbers from Disney's Junior Frozen. So that'll be a lot of fun. And I believe there will be other performers as well. I'm not quite sure. Do you know, Kelly?
I don't know
Wanna get to
the lineup or anything. Yeah, I know there's
Okay.
other additional entertainment. I just don't I want to say there's a singer,
Okay.
professional
Yeah.
singer from somewhere, but yeah, I don't remember her
Yeah.
name. But yeah.
But it'll start at 6 p.m., right when the sun is
Okay,
out.
and just to make sure, this is Thursday night.
This is a Thursday night.
It sure is.
Yes, that was the switch I think they made last year, right? So yeah, so it's Thursday night.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think previously we've known this event to be called Holiday Soul, where it's inside of the lobby.
Right. So right. So Holiday Soul will also be inside the lobby at the same time.
Oh, okay.
So like
boom.
I think we're looking
Listen.
at Holiday Soul inside NB Pack, like from 4 to 6. So it's like kind of like or maybe 4 to 4:30, to 6:30 or some kind of
Okay.
So kind of just the festivities just keep going.
Keep
So
going.
yeah, so we'll definitely keep you posted on the what's happening on inside of NB Pack, but I know that the gingerbread contest will continue again this year, house contest, and they will all be on display. And I know the winner will be selected that night. Also, I know that part of the tree lighting winter wonderland experience is the ice skating is back, and there will be. As the last I heard was a heated tent with vendors. If anyone's ever been to Asbury Park Bazaar, that it's just another arts market. They will be running an arts market in the heated tent. Again, this is the last I heard, so I could not maybe not have the complete update right now, but this is the last I heard. Yeah, so there'll be artists, vendors in there. I don't know how they're selecting vendors. I don't know that we were waiting for some logistics on that. They may already have the vendors. But yeah, so it's going to be a lot happening that night. So it'll be a lot of fun. So we'll have to share all the flyers, make sure everybody knows all the things that are happening. And it's also nice to have, considering how cold it is today, it's nice to know there's an indoor component. So yes. But definitely more on that. Anybody want to add anything to that? Anybody know anything that I don't know that I'm missing? Oh, cool. So Cassandra, do you want to update everyone on Windows?
Sure. So we're still we're moving along with our pairings with organizations and artists. I think Tracy had mentioned at our last meeting, our theme this year is mobilizing change. So a lot of the partners are quite literally mobile units that are providing services to local communities, whether it be health or food. And we are in conversation with the New Brunswick School District as well as the Rawway School District, who is enthusiastic about participating, not so much in the broader like full day of understanding, but integrating this somehow into their classrooms. So those conversations are underway. And we'll also be doing something on a smaller scale with Highland Park School District. And I think that's everything in terms of the kind of the window intervention front and school partnerships. I would encourage any of you who are interested in hosting a program during the Windows of Understanding season, if there's something relevant that you're hosting that you'd like for us to cross promote or list on the community calendar for Windows of Understanding, please do let us know. We'd be really happy to include you and partner on any of those programs with a social justice slant. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact any one of us on the team, Kelly, myself, Jennifer, Tracy. We'll be happy to talk with you. I think that's all I've got, Kelly, for now.
Okay. Cool. Anything collab, Zimmerly, library? Yeah, collab. Okay.
Yeah. So for this month, there's more punk shows that are going on. We are in our final stages of our venue getting put together, which is very exciting. We finally have floors, which is a huge feat. And then we will be having the VOM on December 3rd, the day before. So bringing back our storytelling night. So we invite you to join us and hang and listen to some stories performed live. And then we are also still in the process of finalizing the details, but on December 10th, there will also be an LGBTQ2S plus letter writing night for people who have been incarcerated that possibly might be programmed with the city. So we'll finalize those details, but just to put that on your calendar. And then we also have an image gala. So we have our dance company who's going to be with us on December 14th, doing a gala, performing their pieces and talking about their next 10 years as a group. So those are our major hits. Thank you.
Yeah. Awesome. Claire, I didn't see if you shook your head or not.
Yes. So our Indigenous Identities exhibition is up till the end of December. So time is running out. But we do have still some more programs going on with that. We have a curatorial panel this Thursday, but I wanted to let you all know that on Wednesday, November 19th, from 7-ish to 8:30-ish, Natalie Diaz will be doing a poetry reading at the museum, and that's a program we're working with the Rutgers English department on. So feel free to come to that. And then Ultimo Domingo is November 23rd. And if you're very, very cold after the tree gets lit on December 4th, you're welcome to come to Spark Night. From 5 to 8, we're having a performance by artist musician Laura Ortman. So that'll sort of be the Spark Night to close out the Indigenous Identities exhibition. Otherwise, I would come to the tree lighting. And then we're quiet for a little while with the holidays and everything. But
now, can I ask you a little bit about Ultimo Domingo? Like that, this particular one is more community tables.
I believe it's more community organization based. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Just right. Okay. Yeah. Cool. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. So that, good stuff. And for families, kids, we have our last Art Together of the year on Sunday, December 7th from 1 to 3. Drop in, make some art. Yeah. Pretty cool.
Cool. Bob, got anything?
I'll send out you'll all get the endless emails. This is a non-arts thing, but I just find it cool. I know it's an obsolete term, but some of us are old. We had a NASA-funded telescope look at the stars.
I saw that. Yeah.
And well, we ended up with 3 telescopes. And Karen Stupi of my staff said, why don't we circulate them? So you can come in and borrow a very nice telescope kit. And they go out for, you know, a week or so, and you can look at the stars. Of course, if you look at the stars tonight, you may have frozen to death, but you know, pick a warmer night.
Right. No, that's very cool. All right, Jennifer, Claudio, anything else? Okay.
Thank you for letting me speak before.
No problem. Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much, everybody.
Okay.
See you soon.
Okay.
Bye.
Take care.
Thank you.
All.
Bye, guys.
Bye.